Good morning, folks. Welcome to part 2 here of the Kal-Haven Trail. We're gonna take a look and see how close we can get to the ghost town of Mentha. Might see a big hill up here in a minute. Be right back. I can't remember being out this way. There's a mix of old homes like what you have back here. Look at the barn. Look at this place. Huh? And brand new builds. Well, something must be coming up here ahead because there's a notice sign back there. Nothing over 5 tons allowed ahead. Oh, this is very nice. Look at the old growth. Maybe just because of that swale back there. I don't know. Beautiful when you hit it and the sun's just right. Not in our eyes, and it's on the trees pretty much now in fully leaved. Interesting little barn here. Might be an old farm here. Oh yeah, yeah, there certainly is. Yep. Again, older area, and some new places built right back into the trees. Very nice. Okay, I'll be right back here as soon as we pass through this little tunnel. Well, these are old ones. I'll just get up here to the light. Stopping here at 6th Street. We want 2nd. Be back in a minute. Starting to get into the hills. Got to find 2nd Street out here. You'll see what I mean. Well, here's a older church, that's for sure. It's the Big Rock Community Church. As you can see, this dwelling right here was built in the late 1800s, I'm guaranteeing you. Take a little bit better look around the corner. Yeah. I think that qualifies. You can see the addition. All right. Right across the corner, across the street on 3rd Street from the Big Rock is it looks like an older church and the fire station next door to it. Let's go take a closer look. Well, this is the Oshtemo Grange Hall Park. There's the old Grange Hall right there. Shares the parking lot with Oshtemo Volunteer Firehouse number 3. Pretty cool. Well, folks, I think right in here is something kind of special. I believe, yep, this is a forest and wetland habitat. And that is a centennial home right there. Isn't that cool? All right. Okay, now this is the 2nd Street bike route. I've been on this. Right up here, 2nd Street Hill, is where I took my Nishiki, witnessed 2 other witnesses, one at the bottom of the hill, one trying to chase me down the hill. Okay, I was on a Nishiki. It was a road bike. I had a cat eye cyclometer set, and I hit 59.6 miles an hour at the bottom of the hill. Okay, bottom of 2nd Street Hill. Now see this little hill we're going down right now? Okay. Now, look at the one we're climbing. Okay. Well, this isn't it. Just a primer. Be right back. Whoa. Check out the Squatch. There's a better one. Well, here's Moose Miller's. When there's a really cool old barn, I try to show it. Here we go. The warm-ups. Beautiful, huge trees through here. This one here on the right. Wow, you know, I've been seeing this all along here today. Turn on your camera. There's one that's been cracked off recently. All right. Oh, I just noticed a cemetery I have never heard of. Little cemetery right here. We're gonna stop and take a look. This is the Hill Cemetery. Be right back. Yes, the Hill Cemetery. Older cemetery here in Oshtemo Township. There are several new interments here. It actually looks like there has been 5 burials here recently. Right back. Nice old cedars. See a few of these from time to time in cemeteries. Not so much in people's yards. They generally get big and die out, end up being a pain. But they thrive around here. Here's the Patterson family. The Buckouts. This is certainly the older part of the cemetery. This is for sure. Uh, 1890 burials right here. Mother, Jane Ann Dustin. 1816, 1890. Here's the father, Joseph M. Dustin, 1810, 1866. A few others here in this old corner right here behind me. At the base of one of these cedars, a little headstone right here, kind of being dislodged by the growth of that cedar. Yeah, I'll be right back. One placed here in the ground, but you can see the handshake right there on the top. You see almost a double handshake right there, and then also to the right of it. So it does say father, and it does say mother. So that is but the name, I do not know. Another small headstone you can see right there. I believe we can read that one under this small oak. I'll peek through here. Yeah, maybe not. Right back. Well, this I've seen in certain cemeteries. It's a old marble stone that's been put back upright and preserved, encased in stainless steel. Okay, a preservationist came in here and has done this. Get my shadow out of here. See the handshake. They died, it looks like, boy, could be 1818, but I'm just not being able to read a thing on it. I'm sorry, somebody very historical to this area, or they don't go through this encasement like that. And there are others here that are laying down near it, displaced. So there may be a name here on this one. This is James H. And then it doesn't go on, son of. Just not getting it. Behind them right here are the Wrights. Gilbert Wright died in 1838. And I believe this is going to be a Grand Army of the Republic. Yeah, yep. Civil War veteran. Right here. All right. Work yourself down the line right here a second. And for your old graves back here too. Some are facing one direction, some are facing the other. This is Sally. She died in 1853. She's the wife of, it looks like, Green Wright. His name was Green. His last name Wright. I think that's what that is. Glenn. No. It is Green, Green, Green Wright. Right there. Well, there's Green and Sally. Sally Wright. Here's Hiram H. Yep, this is the Wright family plot. Well, all right. There's a mushroom busting up out of the sod. It's a Civil War vet. Just can't quite read it. Way back here in the corner, I have a little headstone here that's laying on its side. And then one way back here in the corner. This is, looks like Ben Streeter. Yep, looks like he died in 1872, 1873. He's buried right back here in the corner of his private property. Back through there's somebody's barn. And this is the corner of the cemetery. Right here. Another big cedar. All right, be right back. Well, here are the Phillips. As you walk along here, you notice how the ground is sunken in places. It's like this place right here is quite sunken. Graves are collapsing below. And the topsoil and so forth, the overburden, as it were, is settling. Normal for old graveyards and cemeteries. Well, something back here. A couple of veterans. Right here and here. The Fishers, U.S. Navy. Another Fisher right here. But back here, right against the woods, private property, there's a small brick that's sitting right here on the ground. Somebody's name on it. You can see it right here next to a small marker. And right next to that is another marker. You've been here since 1978. Britton H. Nyhov. Or Myhov? Looks like Myhov. Next to that is a little shepherd's crook right here. And there's Sister Margaret M. Ackerman. 1965. She passed away, a Catholic sister, I would imagine. So there's a nun right here. This may be a little paupers area, or not quite a paupers area, but you know, where people were laid to rest that didn't have a whole lot of burial expense. Could be. Could very well be. Well, rest in peace, each and every one of you right here, and those that are probably here as well and not marked. All right. Okay, as always, I try to kind of arrange these and turn them right again. Got the flags and the holders, good positions. Both World War II veterans. Everything's looking good there. All right, thank you for being along with this little part 2 of the Mentha cruise. Didn't know we were going to go into a graveyard today. I ain't a graveyard, it's a cemetery. You're right. Well, only it's a graveyard if there's a chapel or a church on the grounds or connected to it. Thanks again for watching. You'll see you here in the next one. Wow.